Do you really need a capsule wardrobe? In today's video, we are diving into the pros and cons of having a capsule wardrobe so I can help you make up your mind whether or not a capsule is for you. First of all, however, I should say hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Marleen and I'm a plus size, 40 plus, apple shaped body woman who loves a good capsule wardrobe. That was a bit of a mouthful. But as I say, in today's video, we are talking about the pros and cons of having a capsule so you can decide whether or not one is for you. Now, some people will straight up say, no, a capsule is not for me, and that's absolutely okay. But if, like me, you were kind of for a long time kind of considering, would I like a capsule, would I not like a capsule, what does it entail, what do I have to do, etc. There's a lot of questions to be asked when deciding whether or not you want a capsule in the first place. And that is why when I started out with capsules, I made myself a pros and a con list. Personally, I'm a huge fan of pros and con lists. And why? Because it helps organize my mind. When I write everything down on a piece of paper, I have a quick overview of how I'm thinking and feeling, and I can see at a glance what I actually want to achieve and where I want to go and how I feel and think and all those sort of things. So it just helps organize my mind by writing this pros and con list. And remember, it's only for yourself. This list has been written for me, by me. Nobody else have to see it. So that's kind of like the beauty of it. Now on my pro and con list, I have written for the pros, I wrote organized wardrobe, everything mixes and matches. It could save money because I'll be buying less. It's time saving. And I always have something to wear. So that's a big pros for me. On the cons side, I wrote boring, less variety, lack of shopping, no spontaneity, lack of colors, question mark, and no excitement. So that is very much the feelings I have about a capsule wardrobe. It's more kind of asking myself, if this is the way it's going to be, would I be happy with this? So you may have other things that you want to put on your pros and cons list. You might think of 10 other things straight away, and that's absolutely fine. You write down how you feel about the pros and cons, and you will have a clear idea of how you feel about building a capsule. You may already, after writing your pros and cons list, decide that a capsule is just not for you, and that's absolutely okay. But some of us are still left undecided. I know I was. So I asked myself a couple of questions to kind of take me to the next step. And the questions are as followed. Do I struggle with what to wear? Do I struggle putting outfits together? Do I want an organized / streamlined wardrobe? Do I want to play / be adventurous with my daily style? And do I have / take the time to play when getting dressed? So if I was to ask myself these questions again, I've written down the questions and the answers here. Number one, do I struggle with what to wear? And honestly, no, not really, but I often feel overwhelmed when I'm getting dressed, and that puts me in a bit of bother. Number two, do I struggle with putting outfits together? No, that I don't, but I'm often in a hurry and I'm unsure of what to wear, so I end up just wearing the same feel-good outfits, you know, the same basic outfits that we're kind of drawn to at all times. Number three, do I want a streamlined and organized wardrobe? And this one is straight up yes. There is no hesitation there whatsoever. I'm a highly organized person and I prefer when everything in my life is very organized, so that one was very easy. Number four, and these next two questions, they're the hard ones for me. Do I want to play / be adventurous with fashion? Yes, I want to play, but it has to be in a safe way. I want to feel safe and good in whatever outfits that I wear. I'm not looking to be the next big thing in the fashion industry, and, you know, not at all. I just want to feel good while looking stylish. And number five, do I have / take the time to play when getting dressed? Do I have the time? Honestly, not often. Do I take the time to play? Honestly, mainly more for kind of showing and sharing with you guys because I want you guys to see the potential. But do I actually, in my everyday life, when I'm getting dressed, take the time to come up with new outfits and play around with what I have? Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't. Now, there is no right or wrong answers when it comes to these questions. This is all about finding out how you feel. When I analyzed my questions, I kind of realized that, yes, I love the idea of a capsule, but, and the but is, I couldn't limit myself to just a capsule. I do love having fun. I do, of course, have a lot of fun here on my channel with fashion, but I couldn't just have a capsule, yet I love the idea of a capsule. So what I have done, and this may not work for you, but this is what works for me personally. I have a couple of capsule wardrobes in my wardrobes. They hang to one side. Everything is put together nicely in the capsules. And then I have the rest of my wardrobe, which is highly organized as well. But I do have the rest of my wardrobe so I can still play with my fashion when I have the time. Now, obviously, I'm well aware of the fact that I have the luxury of having a nice big walk-in wardrobe. You may not have the option. You may only have room for a capsule wardrobe, and I fully respect that. As I say, I can only tell you what I do and what I have. But as I say, I have several capsule wardrobes. I wrote it down so I didn't forget. I have a basic capsule wardrobe. That is my basic neutral pieces. Then I have one that is just for workwear, that is more like suits and a couple of pencil skirts, shirts. And you know, when I have to look really put together and professional, I have a small capsule for that. And then I have what I call my seasonal capsules, which is basically, as it says on the tin, it is for the seasons. I also have mini capsules in my wardrobe. They are kind of tied in with the seasonal, but they are in colors, meaning I have a capsule that is, oh, what do I have currently? I think I have a red and a yellow one mixed together at the moment. And how I do this, because the only capsule that actually stays stationary in my wardrobe are my basic capsule wardrobe with all my neutral pieces and my workwear. I do occasionally have to change things around. At the moment, everything is all over the place and it's time to kind of put together new capsules for me, but also because of the season changing and all that stuff. But the seasonal one and the colors ones, they change all the time. The mini capsules, as I call them, the colorful ones, I could sometimes change them every week. So I simply just go in and put a few pieces together that mix and match. And then I spend a couple of days or a week or maybe even two just making outfits from those capsules. Now, as I say, I have the luxury of space and I have the luxury of owning a lot of clothes due to the job I have. So this may not be for you at all, and that's absolutely fine. Once you have the answers to your questions, you now have your pros and cons list, you now have the answers to your questions. Take a bit of time and just analyze it for yourself. Now, there are no right and wrong answers for any of this, just so you are aware. It is simply a matter of what is right or wrong for you. So you got to do what is best for you. To make this whole process just a little bit easier for you, I created a little printable list. There's room for the pros and cons right here. And then I asked the questions down below here and you can fill in your own answers. I'm hoping this can just kind of streamline the process by having everything together for you. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can grab it over on my website and I'll leave a link for it in the description box should you want this one. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you and you have now decided or not to build a capsule wardrobe. And I have a few pieces of advice for you if you decide to build a capsule wardrobe. I actually created an entire video on how to plan a capsule wardrobe and I'll link that in the description box for you as well. And on that video, there is a checklist as well that can help you. It's like a printable one, like the other one I had. You can print it out and can help you kind of figure out what you need in a capsule wardrobe. But I do highly suggest you go and watch that video after this one. But a few pieces of advice for building a capsule wardrobe. Take into consideration your lifestyle. Take into consideration the environment that you're going to be in and you need the pieces for, as in the weather. Are you going to be indoor, outdoor? Do you sit in an office? Do whatever, right? Take in your environment. Build your capsule wardrobe for your own personal style, meaning even if you watch my video, it'll tell you, oh, you need a blazer, you need this, you need that. But if you don't wear those pieces, then why would you want to have them in your wardrobe? I do talk about that in that video as well, which is why I say go and watch that video if you want to plan a capsule, all right? Next up, make sure that all the pieces work for your body type. It's very important that we have pieces that has the perfect fit and fit our body type when we are planning a capsule, because you're going to have a limited number in your basic capsule wardrobe. So you want to make sure that you have the best fit. With that also do invest in the best that you can afford, all right? Colors, it takes into consideration the colors, because a basic capsule wardrobe, any capsule, does not have to be plain and boring and simple black, white, navy and nude. Nope. You can create a capsule wardrobe, even a basic capsule wardrobe, with lots of colorful pieces. Do you make sure that the capsule works for you? Next up, start with the pieces that you have, meaning you don't have to rush out and buy a whole load of stuff. Take into consideration what you have. And then the next point, create a shopping list, meaning you might discover that I don't have a blazer, but I really want a blazer and that would work perfect in my capsule, meaning I need to look out for a blazer. Create yourself a shopping list. The next time you are going shopping, even if it's just nosying online, you know what pieces to actually look for. And most importantly, when it comes to a capsule wardrobe, take your time. It takes time to create a capsule wardrobe. It's not something you go in and just do like that overnight. It takes time. You have a lot of things to consider on how to build it. So again, do go and watch that video on how to plan a capsule wardrobe. The most important piece of advice I can give you when it comes to whether or not to build a capsule or not, etc., is to simply enjoy the journey. Your style journey is not over and done with overnight. As I say, it takes time. So just make sure you enjoy the journey. But that is it for today. I hope this video has been helpful for you. And don't forget to save the video so you have it for reference for if you need it for later on. All right, but that is it for today. Don't forget, pop over on the website and get those checklists. Links are in the description box for you. But that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.